Hello, Dennis here. Okay, in this video, what I want to talk about to you is about this setup that we use in our alpha trading method. That I will start to put some videos in my YouTube channel. Also, I will direct you to my personal website where you can find this method. Of course, I will give you this information for free, some of it, and if someone is interested in the whole package with the indicators and the templates and everything, I have it on my website also for you to buy. It's cheap. It's not that expensive. It's worth about $150, and of course this will return to you more than that. You probably will double this in 1 day or 2 days of trading, so it's really a bargain. Okay, the first thing that I want to mention here is this is I want you to identify first the setup, and we can talk about this like a line, and you will see a line, and this line has it has a zero line. This is a zero line because you will learn that it's all based on this. Okay, you have your zero line. So what we are going to talk about in this video is the lightning up setup. All of this, it's compressed into the alpha trading method. It's a method that I use for this, and it works pretty well in the crude oil and the gold markets. I only trade crude oil and gold markets. That does not mean that you cannot put this in practice for let's say currency futures like the 6E or the 6B, that's the euro or the Britain pound, etc. Okay, so the pattern here, or the setup for the lightning up, is it can happen one of two, and only exist two of them. So I'm gonna talk about the first one. So here we go. The first one is you have the price below, or I will say the line below the zero line, then you have a retracement, and then it goes up. That's your first setup. That's the lightning up setup. But the first stage, it occurs right here, right on the zero line. It's close to the zero line, and then you have to choose a point of entry that of course will be the break of that previous test. That will be your entry. And I'm gonna write this down, entry here. Why? Because we want to get in right in this point there on the break of that one. The setup is not that difficult. It's really easy to identify. It's not that hard. It really means that you have to identify this, and it's not that hard to learn from it. This is the first setup for the lightning up. We have two of them. We have well, the setup occurs up and down, so it will be a lightning up and a lightning down. And for the lightning up, we have two, let's say a different or a variation of this setup. It will be the first one. It will be this one. When you have let me draw that once again, just for you to understand what I'm talking about. And just we have the zero line. We have the zero line right there. We have the zero line. Then we have a touch, and then we have a retracement, and then we have a long movement up. That's why a lightning. And it's a lightning because, as you can see, it has the figure of the famous lightning, the lightning bolt. Right, once again, it comes here, it retraces, and then goes up. That's all that you have to know and understand, and look into the market and say and see, well, okay, I'm looking for this setup, I'm looking for this pattern right in the market, and I'm looking for entry. Okay, here is the first test, and then you have your entry, and your entry will be the break of that level there. As you can see there, I'm gonna I'm gonna make this a little bit thicker so you can see there. It's your break. That's your entry. And the question could be, where do I place my stop? Well, you place your stop right there. That's your stop. Now I'm gonna write that down. Stop loss right there. You put your stop loss right there. And later, in some videos later, I'm gonna talk about the how much is gonna be my profit. And your profit could vary from, if you're a scalper, from 5 ticks up to 20 ticks, right? That means if you're trading with one contract, that will mean $50 in the scalp trade, or that could mean $200 for just one contract if you do a little bit of swing trading. Okay, so one more time, just for us to be clear here. Let's see. Okay, the first move here, we want to see the market, the price. I mean this line here, because it's not the price. I just want you to learn first the setup. Then I'm gonna explain you where and how to apply it, and it's not applied to the price. It's applied to an indicator that I'm gonna talk to you about in a video later. So the setup, first we have the lightning forming, testing the zero line, retracing, and then going up. Where it's the first test is, it's right here on this point. Where should be my entry? Well, your entry should be here. And I'm gonna show to you where it's the break. It's right there. The break is right there. So you place your stop right on this point. Your stop loss, that's it. You place your stop loss right there, and then at the break you let your trade and you manage your trade as you want. Okay, this will be the first setup, the lightning setup, and this is the lighting up setup, and this is the first variation. There is another variation of this one, and I'm sure maybe you can be thinking how or how this works. But for the first time, and just for we to have it clear, you have your zero line, you have your zero line, then you have your first test right on the zero line, and then you have a retracement, and after a retracement you have the price going up all the way up, breaking that first swing that just made and forming the lighting up pattern right there. Okay, I hope this helps to you. I'm gonna start talking about a little bit more, and I'm gonna show you some images and some real-time patterns that forming in this indicator later in some videos. I hope this helps you, and I wait for you in the next videos. Bye.